But then he really got into it. I thought he was amazing. I really did.
He is not bad for 80. What I read the other day was that he'd actually had a personal trainer. And I hadn't really clicked on why, but at the end of the thing said that there's no way an 80-year-old can go on a stage and do that for an hour and a half without, you know, you can't just turn up and put his suit on and off you go. He had to get his stamina up. And I thought, I know 80, luminate.
Fantastic. I know. No, it was amazing. And Lulu, I thought, was outstanding. She was fabulous.
Was she?
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, what age is she?
She's 77.
77,
so she's only 3 years younger than him. I mean, Christ almighty, she was phenomenal.
Yeah, it is right. We've got something, you see, we've always said it's Jennifer, and in the West End it's Beth, that we're going to say, right, you're in your 80s, we need to be like you.
Exactly.
Here's Hills. Hi, Hilary.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Hold on, let's see. Oh, Suzanne.
Am I late?
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, wee bit, a couple of, oh no.
I'm late, I can see you're not late.
I do think all our timekeeping is just, you know, kind of, come see, come serve.
It's like Spanish.
Yeah. Right, Facebook's up and running, so I can put that off. Nobody's on now. Yeah, I mean, July's July. As I say, I did say I'm going to my sister's at the end of July instead of Glasgow this month, but I'll be up for my 8-9 days in August. Started booking my shows for the festival. Woo!
What are you going to see?
Well, the only one we've booked so far is a Shakespeare and a one-man Shakespeare and Jason Byrne. We always finish with Jason Byrne. It's a 20-year tradition, so we can't change it now.
No.
And I think I've got a Cirque du Soleil, Circa Humans, an Australian kind of circus gymnast thing that's in the Assembly Hall, I think. Right, okay, I am going on silent. So let yourself go on to silent, as I say, if anyone else comes in, they can join in. I've still got my cushion and my ball, but I do want to do something else today, so I might actually not get round to doing that. Hold on. Thank you all. Right, let's swing. I've got my door open a little bit. I know you understand why, but of course we're right next to the police station here, so and the hospital, which sometimes gets a bit noisy. So, swinging, loosening off your lower back and hips, ankles and feet as you go round, and then back to the centre and shake off your hands, shake off your legs, place your feet on the mat, soften the knees as we bounce down a couple of times, and then bring your arms up, tap at the top, thank you, and drop down, up we come, and drop down, up we come, clasp, lean to the side, and come back, and over, and good to have you back on, Caroline, and over, and back. I know everyone's got stuff on, and back, drop your hands down, shoulder rolls back, and shoulder rolls forward, and then chin to chest, let your head hang. Chin to centre, face to centre, look to the ceiling. Face to centre, over one shoulder. And to centre, look over the other shoulder. And come back to centre. Hands on hips, 1 foot back, 1 foot forward. Hold it for a moment as you sink into your front leg. Feel that back leg stretch, pushing the heel into the mat. And then lift the heel up, pushing the ball of the foot. And heel down, heel up, heel down, heel up. Push the foot down, hands onto the front thigh. Holding on to your straight leg. And then pull the toes up and hold them up. And just feel the resistance of your flexing of the foot. And then place that onto the mat. Bring yourself up. Take the back leg in. And holding. Feel the stretch from hip to knee. letting that leg come forward, bring your shoulders back, holding onto the shin, and then pointing and flexing to finish off the foot, and circling, and then place that foot down and take the other leg back. Sink in, holding, lift the back heel up, and drop, thank you, up, and drop, up we come, and drop. Straighten front leg, push down, give it a moment of its stretch before you pull your toes up and feel that stretch into the foot and the ankle and the calf, right up to the bottom. And then dropping that foot to let yourself come up to holding your back leg in. Sliding it forward, holding at the shin, point and flex foot, circle with foot and ankle, and then place that foot back down. Yeah, no one else has come in. Over we go. Inner thigh, drop your bottom as low as you need to. Hold it for a moment. And then bring yourself back and over to the other side. Perfect. And then bring yourself back. Feet up. 10 to 2. So, can you believe it? It is July. Drop the knees. So as I said on Monday, I haven't really changed it because obviously my fault, I was away last week. Some of you do it online when I'm away and some of you don't, totally understand. So we haven't really done this routine for very long, so we're going to keep it with a few tweaks as we go on. Take the hands into prayer, elbows out, don't grip with the toes, drop your bottom down a little bit more and take your breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just allow yourself a moment. And then push the palms down and bring them up into butterfly wings to tap at the top. And then drop them down, butterfly wings to down to your pelvis. Breathe in. Up we go. Exhale. Breathe in. Tap them at the top for the last time and then bring them down to shoulder height. Keep the shoulders down, keep your hip bones lifted. Take a breath in. Exhale. Fold, bring the arms forward. Exhale out. Sorry, I think I changed my breathing there. It doesn't matter. We're just moving arms. And then come forward and open. Thank you. We're all in unison. Thank you. That makes me so happy. And come forward and open and then drop the hands to the thigh. Circle. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in to start the circle. Exhale to finish. You know what you're doing. Circly sun. And drop, last one. Adding on, circle, push, bring in and drop down. Other side and push, bring in and drop down. We're going to do 2 more. Reaching further this time. So get your breath with your movement and drop. Last one, circle, push forward, open to the side and drop. So we breathe to circle, exhale, push, breathe in to open, exhale, drop down, breathe in, bring your arms up in the butterfly. Well done everyone, tapping them at the top. Bring your hands back down through the face with your legs straight and then parallel your feet and walk in nice and slowly. Relax the hands when you get in. So onto the mat again, hip distance apart feet. We're going to start off just with our hands down by our sides today. And we're going to hold ourselves in mountain pose listening to our breath. We're going to do our off-kilter stand to find this middle strong area. So let's close our eyes. Feel the imprint of your feet on the mat beneath you. And imagine that someone's lifting some hair up towards the ceiling with the head lifted lightly. And then just let yourself lean forward. It's just really nice to do this now and then just to get that middle point that we forget about. And you can feel the weight coming off the ball, coming onto the ball of the feet a little more obviously than the heels. And then yourself back to centre until you feel the four corners of your feet making that imprint. And then take a breath in again and exhale and just go a little bit back. And now you feel the ball of the feet lifting slightly with the weight more on the heels. And then come back to the centre and you're in your correct position to start off our Tadasana. Open the eyes. Lift your heels off the mat, lifting yourself upwards, keeping the hands down, and then drop the heels. We're coming up again. Now, as you come up, try to stay in that straight position and not lean forward into the position we went to at the beginning. So you might need to rock back when you get onto your mat, and then come up for the last time. Bring your arms out to the side first, extend, and then reach one to the ceiling, followed by the second. Well done. Take that first one back to shoulder height, followed by the second, balancing straight away. Drop both hands to the hips and drop your heels so we start off a finish as we started off. Perfect. My feet have made that imprint again. Now I'm bringing my hands into prayer. Coming into our Egyptian sun salutation. So when you're ready, take a breath in. Exhale, reach to the ceiling. Inhale, come up, look up and lean back. And then come into chair, holding in your chair position. So the knees are forward, the feet are still firm on the mat, the weight on the heel as well as the ball of the foot. Lift your hip bones up, push your shoulders down. Reach to the ceiling with the hands and stand straight. And then take a breath in at the top and lean to the side. And bring yourself back. Exhale, lean. Now we did this in warm up. But see if you can make it a little bit stronger now that we're actually doing it in our yoga section. And then over to the second side and come back. The palms face forward, the knees soften. We're going to roll down nice and slowly. We skim the mat really softly. And then we come straight back into a roll up. When you feel yourself getting up and the shoulders drop down, bring your arms forward, shoulder width apart. Take a breath in. Exhale, rotate. Inhale back. Just go as far as right for you. If you've got shoulder or lower back problems, just think about your body and come back. And then rotate and come back. Reach to the ceiling. Take a breath in, exhale with the arms up, come into chair, pelvic tilt please, shoulders down, arms extended, palms facing each other, head neutral, feet strong. Perfect, take a breath in, reach up, exhale, palms together and drop down. Relax the hands off, give them a shake, give yourself a movement if you need to. And take your hands in together, elbows out. When we're ready for one breath, one movement. So, take a breath in, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, come into prayer, hands in prayer. Come into chair, not prayer. And holding. Reach up to the ceiling. Oh, I didn't do my back bend, not to worry. Lean to the side. And back. To the side. And back. Exhale, side. And back. Last one, side. And come back. Take a breath in at the top. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Reach forward. Take a breath in here. Exhale, rotate. And back. And rotate. And back. We're rotating. And back. One more. And back. Reach the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale, chair, full arms lengthened and holding for 1 and 2. Reach to the ceiling, palms together, bring the hands back down through the face and relax. Well done. First little bit done, the body should feel warm. Give yourself a little shake and a stationary walk if you need to, and then bring your feet back into your wide position. So we're going to start off with our feet at 10 to 2, and then eventually I'll parallel them for the next part. So the first part, we're just going to come into our horse stance again. We're going to do a little bit of leg work and arm work in our horse stance. If you need to straighten your legs at any point, don't stay down for for longer than is right for you. Try not to grip with the toes and try to keep your hip bones lifted the whole time so the tailbone is pushed down. Take the hands into prayer, elbows come out. We're going to hold it for a moment. We're in nose breath. And just listen to your breath as you hold yourself strong. And then lift one heel up and drop down. And lift the other heel up and drop down. Let's do the first one and drop down. And the second and down. Now we're going to lift one up. If you want to completely if you want to come up to two, do so. If you want to continue with singles, do so. So we're holding either two heels up. And those of us with two heels up, if you're okay, I want you to take your arms out. Reach one to the ceiling. Take the second to the ceiling. Did this a moment ago. Take the first one down. Take the second one down. Drop the heels. Relax the hands. Straighten the legs for a moment and then come back into horse stance. Reach to the ceiling. Shoulders come down through your upper back. Pull your shoulder blades down. Palms are facing each other. Pulse out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come back in. We're going to do it one more time. So, working on our upper arms. When you're ready, pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the hands together. Bring them back down through your face into your prayer. Thank you. Take one hand onto the thigh and reach over to the other side. So I'm going to keep one knee bent and the other leg straightened. We've not done this. And reach up and over. And holding. And then bring your other arm to the leg. Straighten the back leg now and reach up and over. So kind of your extended angle, but much smaller. And then drop down. Both legs in bent position. Straighten the back one. Lean over. Thank you. Come back down. It's kind of a little head body workout with thinking about what you straighten, what you don't. So, bent knees, arms on thighs, straight back leg, extended angle. Come back onto the thigh, bent knees, arms on legs, reach to the other side, straighten the leg, extend the arm, and drop down. Thank you everyone. Bring yourself back up to straight legs, and now parallel your feet. So, first little part of wide leg work done. Second part is going to be our forward folds. First one, we're just going to rotate and flat back. Second one, we're going to come down to the mat and walk to our feet. So only go as far or as little as you want. If you want to widen your legs, then feel free to have them wider than you think mine are in relation to my hips. Take the hands onto your hips and take a breath in. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Perfect. There was just a whole load of faces there waiting to move. Thank you. And hold it for a moment. So we've got two options. We did it on Monday. You can either keep your hands on your hips. That's giving you a little bit more support. Or take the hands to the chest into prayer. Doesn't matter which one you choose. And then take a breath in. And as you exhale, rotate around. Thank you. So we're trying to keep our backs as flat as we can. Now, while we're here, since we've done this a couple of times now, take a breath in and exhale. See if you can go a little bit further, but don't if your lower back is sore today. And then let yourself rotate back to centre. Take a breath in and exhale, go to the other side. Nice, nice, nice. Holding. Thank you. I've just laid my back's not very flat, so I'm just going to try and flatten off a bit more. And then bring yourself to centre. Let's do that one more time. Take a breath in. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, centre. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, centre. Take the hands onto the thighs, bend the knees and push yourself back up. Letting yourself come back with straight legs, shoulders stacked above the hips. Take the hands back onto your hips We're going to go to flat back and then we're going to take our hands down to the mat. If you want to bend your knees to make it easier, then do so. So when you're ready, take a breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale here. Exhale, reach the mat. And give yourself a moment to let yourself fold forward and down. And it's not just going to happen on one breath. So you're probably going to have to maybe do 4 or 5 different breaths in or out to let your body go as far as it is willing to go today. And remember, your head can decide one thing and the body cannot agree with it. So use your breath to see how low you can get and either be pleasantly surprised, but don't be upset if you don't get as far as you think you can go. And then holding your position, but don't hold your breath. And then walk your hands one by one over to any side, doesn't matter which one. So if you're going to go a little further, the hand at the same side as the foot that you're at goes behind the ankle, and the other hand rotates a little bit further around onto the front of the foot, or maybe to the outside of the big toe. And then you drop your head and your chest down towards the knee. Now my knee slightly bends in order for me to do this. We're all going to be different, and that is the nice thing about yoga. And then slide your hands back one by one into the centre of the mat. I meant to say beauty of yoga. And then walk to the other foot. Don't rush. Use your breath. Take the hand behind the ankle if you're doing so. Take the other hand onto the front of the leg, of the foot if you're happy to. Take the head down towards the knee. Let's see how low we can go. Again, don't be upset if you can't get to where you kind of originally think you can get to. And holding. And then slide your hands back to the middle of the mat. We're going to bend the knees. Take one hand onto one thigh, one hand onto the other thigh. Come into wide leg arch cat. So we're going to arch up into a nice rounded back. The chin comes into your chest. And then push firmly into your thighs, push your bottom out, come into a wide leg cow and holding, thank you. And then take a breath in, exhale, arching up, chin into chest, hip bones lifted, tailbone pushed down. Take a breath in here, exhale, tailbone goes out, chest comes forward, shoulders come down, chin comes up. Nice. And then push yourself back up to standing. And walk in nice and slowly. Don't come all the way in and then rotate your hips. Sorry if you came in and you need to go back out again, you're quicker than me. And then rotate. Perfect, perfect. Susie, I think you might be out there on Facebook, but maybe you've just kind of been on your computer and come in. But if you are, it's really nice to have you there. And then come back into the centre of your mat. Let's come into our shaking legs. And we're coming into our balance. So, not a complicated balance in this routine, but having to think about sides and balance as we change our movement in our legs. So we'll start with our hands on our hips and waist. And just lift one heel up, bend the knee, and drop it down. And then do the same on the other side. And as you're doing this very easy level, you want to just feel that your hands on your hips are keeping your hips as still as possible. So we're not trying to lift one hip up or out. Thank you. And then we're going to start to let the knee come forward on the next one and lift it up. And then step it down. You need to shift the weight slightly to lift the other one up. And step down. Shift your weight, but don't push your hip out. Lift up. Nice, everyone. And drop down. Shift the weight. And lift up. And drop down. And then this time shift the weight. Lift it up and keep it up. And holding. Now, push down into your hips. Extend through your spine, feel your shoulders drop and your head lift. So you've tried to grow a little bit. Let's point and flex that foot that's lifted. And then just let the foot relax. We're going to extend it out, and today we're going to flex the foot. With the foot flex, you're going to lift it up a little more. Relax the foot down and bring it back up to tabletop and step back down in it. So I've changed it a little bit. We'll do this for the next couple of weeks. Let the weight come onto the foot. Lift the other knee up. When you feel balanced, point and flex. Remember, you can hold on to something. We don't have to just use this as a balance. It can be leg work on its own. And then let the foot relax. Extend that leg down in front of you. Flex the foot. Lift that leg up. Ooh, we used to be able to lift it much higher, I'm sure. I certainly did. And then bend the knee and step down. So we'll do that one more time now that we know what we're doing. So we'll shift the weight onto the standing leg. We're going to bend the knee first and then lift it up to tabletop. We're going to extend that leg forward and flex the foot. And then we're going to try and lift that leg higher. And hold, thigh work. Don't overdo it, it's the first time I've done it. Lift the knee up and drop it down. Don't shout at me. Take the weight to the other foot. I'm watching faces. Lift the knee up. Extend it forward, flex the foot. Lift it higher. I've got a lot of crunching going on in my hips. Bring it up and drop it down. Well done. Last one, but let's take our hands away from our thighs and hips and just let the arms shake out. And then this time we're going to bring our arms into prayer. Let the weight come into one leg and lift the other knee up to tabletop. Take one arm out to shoulder height. Take the other arm out to shoulder height. Bring one arm up to the ceiling. Take the other arm up to the ceiling. Bring the first one down. Bring the second one down. Bring the hands back into prayer. Step the foot down. Well done. Whenever we change something, we've just got to get our thoughts first. And remember, I know what we're doing first, and you've got to listen to my instructions before you do it. So it's more complicated for you guys. Then take the weight onto the second side. Lift the knee up. Holding. Take one arm out. Take the other arm out. Lift the first arm to the ceiling. Take the second arm to the ceiling. Bring the first one down. Take the second one down. Take the hands into prayer. Step down with the foot. We did it. Take the hands onto the legs. Legs in a nice V, please, and do a couple of circles. In fact, I'm going to do 3 or 4 on each side, and just release off your backs from your balancing. Hopefully your neck and shoulders feel fine, you didn't tense up too much. And then we're coming into our Warrior 2 and our Salute the Sun and our full extended angle. So we are going to bring our feet nice and wide. So I would say a little bit wider than we did when we did our forward fold with wide legs. And then when you decide which side you're leaning towards, you're going to take that foot into 90 and sink into that knee. Thank you. And I can see that my hips and my shoulders are all out of alignment, so I've brought them back. And then bring your arms out again. So obviously everything we do with the arms, we're working our arms at the same time. So keep them nice and strong, but try not to tense into the shoulder and upper back area. And then take your eyes to the front hand. If you want to go lower than me, then this is your turn to do it. And holding. And breathing. And smiling. We're past halfway. And then drop the back hand down. Lift the top arm up. Reach the ceiling. Push down through the back leg a little bit stronger. If that takes you into back bend and it feels good, that's fine. If you don't want to go too far back, then don't let your hand go too low. And then come back to Warrior 2. Perfect. Take the front arm onto the front thigh. Reach up with the arm, and if you think your top hip is kind of bulging up a little bit, you can use your hand to push it down and then take your arm back up. Thank you. We'll be in the room together in August. Come back to Warrior Two, and then take the self into salute. We'll take a breath in here, and exhale, transition into extended angle. Take a breath in here. Exhale, transition into salute. Take a breath in here. Exhale, transition into extended angle. And then take a breath in and drop that top hand down. Push yourself back up, straighten the front leg. Parallel your feet. Let's just walk in a little bit and just feel your hips lift and lower. So wide legs, stationary. Walk. Thank you. And then bring your legs back. So remember, if you haven't done classes for a while, nothing feels easy when you come back into it. And then rotate to 90. The shoulders stacked above the hips, and I sink down and my shoulders are still stacked above my hips. And then bring your arms out. Perfect. Thank you. Taking our eyes to the front hand, which is the other one now. And just breathe, let your breath come back into your focus. Take the back hand to the back leg, bring your front arm up to the ceiling, and then push your back hand down a little further to come into your optional back bend. And then come back to Warrior Two. Slowly come into your first extended angle, and if you want to lower that hip at the back a little bit more, do so. And then we'll transition in breath. So we're going to bring ourselves up into salute. Take a breath here. As we exhale, transition into extended angle. Take a breath in here. Transition into salute, looking good. Take a breath in here. Transition into extended angle. Take a breath in here and drop the top hand down. Perfect, everyone. Bring yourself back up, walk your feet in, and then we're going to go down onto the mat. So take your time, I'll see you there when we all get down. So I just about cried out in an old lady kind of sigh there. Oh dear. My bottom's psycho fit, but my body's not yoga fit at all. Ah, perfect, perfect. Alright, we're going to start off in cat-cow, then I'll come into child's pose later. We did child's first on Monday, but we'll do our cat-cow first. But today I just want you to swing your hips from side to side. And just enjoy the movement. If your knees are sore doing this, then obviously don't do this one. So your hands can be flat in a traditional cat-cow, but if your wrists are sore today, remember your option is always either claw fingers or on your knuckles, you decide, and if all else fails, you go straight down onto your forearms. Arch into cat, please, and stay in arch cat. And just take a moment to think about what's happening to your spine as you arch up. And as it gets into a bigger arch, you can really feel if you can bring your hip bones up towards your rib cage and push your tailbone down into the mat. It just kind of exaggerates that arch a little bit more. And then take a breath in here and really slowly on your exhalation, transition into cow, taking more breaths as you do. And then when you get into your position, feel the weight go a little bit more into the heel of the hand and resist as you lift the chin and the chest up so that you're just exaggerating it a little bit more and pushing your bottom high. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, slowly arch up. So we're enjoying what we're doing, hopefully. Take a breath in. Exhale, transition into cow. And then flatten your back quickly and then drop your bottom down to your heels, keeping the hands where they are. And then when you get your bottom down, now unless your knees are sore, and you need to adapt it for you, then do so. Walk your hands a little bit further forward so that you start to feel the stretch go across the upper back. And then when that stretch starts, drop your head between your upper arms. Your forehead may reach the mat, it may not, doesn't matter. You're just stretching into the whole arm, lengthening through the wrist, the elbow up to the shoulder, across your upper back, but then feeling your body heavy as it's resting on the front of your thighs. And as I say, the head might be on the mat, might not, doesn't matter. And hold it there for a moment. And then slide the arms back. I'm keeping the one on top of the other under my head. If you want to do traditional child's pose, take your hands to the sides of your feet and just let yourself relax down. And I just want you to listen to your breath. And by listening to your breath properly, you'll become aware of your rib cage expanding and contracting. So maybe expanding and touching your clothes a little bit more, expanding, touching the front of your thighs a little bit more. But just have the whole kind of focus on your breath and your body, working as one. Remember, the more deeply we breathe, the better it is for us. As long as you're not hyperventilating. And then bring yourself back up onto all fours. So, we're coming into our upper plank. Not everyone's going to do the full plank, that's absolutely fine. You will continue with the one leg back and forward, you decide. We'll start off all together, some of us will continue on our own. So, slide one leg back, push the ball of the foot on the mat, push your heel away, feel that stretch go all the way down to the foot, from the leg, top of the leg, and then drop that knee down and extend the other one back. And feel the ball of the foot strong, feel it stretch into the calf, and then drop it down, and then push it back. First one, and drop the knee and push it back. Second one. This time we're going to continue into an upper plank, those that are doing so. Those that are not, you're going to continue with one knee back at a time. Once you get into upper plank, please hip bones come forward, shoulders feel wide, don't grip with your fingers too tight on the mat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, drop your knees anytime you need to, 7, we're going to 10, 8, 9 and 10. Drop the knees, I was a bit shaky there. Let your bottom come back. You can let your hands come back so that they're comfortable. Feel the lower back stretch before we come into our downward dog. Now, if you don't want to do downward dog, 2 options. You stay in child's pose. 3 options actually. Stay in child's pose, roll onto your back and bring your knees in, or come back up and do a cat-cow. So you decide which would be the best release. Those of you that are doing downward dog, bring your body back up. Now this time your shoulders are behind the hands, so if you need to walk your hands further forward, do so. Tuck your toes onto the mat first and push your bottom up, and then do the adjusting of your feet. So if you feel that you're more in an upper plank and your legs are too far away, walk them in. And if you feel you're in a big arch, then walk them back towards the back short edge of the mat. So you know what you're doing in downward dog. I feel confident. So one heel comes down, lift one heel up and just swap over. I want you just to swap in your own time. You're not necessarily breathing on every movement, but just keep your breath strong in your mind. And every time you push that heel down to the mat, feel the stretch go down through into the leg, up from the bottom. It feels good. And then both heels come down for this last part. You're going to bring your head back between your upper arms if you feel it's gone forward with the movement of the legs, and holding for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Drop the knees. Well done everyone. Flip yourself onto your back. I'm going to release off on our backs, but I'm going to come back up to sitting. So we're going to finish off our yoga sitting, and we're going to start our Pilates sitting. And my yoga boat is a crossover for both. So if you do go to individual classes, you can do the boat in Pilates or you can do it in yoga. So let yourself just relax onto the mat, let your head roll from side to side. First proper release of the day, and it's nearly 1:45, so well done. And just let your back of your rib cage just feel nice and heavy, as well as the spine itself. And then take the hands onto the knees and just pull them in towards you. Pull the base of your spine off the mat, so you're trying to just lift your bottom up slightly, but you're doing all the work with your hands. And then let the spine drop down. And then lift the knees back in towards you and feel that curve going into the base of your spine as you lift your bottom up. And then release it off. We're just doing that one more time. Pulling in and dropping yourself back down. Bring yourself up to sitting. So if you feel your lower back is sore and you want to roll your mat up behind you, or you want to use a ball behind you or a cushion, then please do. If you feel you're okay, then just sit on your mat normally. Take the hands underneath the backs of the legs and let your head come down to your knees. So again, we're just stretching off our spine. And then lift the head up. Take the hands onto the fronts of the knees. And we want to start off with a straight line, or as straight as possible, from our shoulder down to our hip. So we want to push the shoulders down and lift the chest. And then just slowly lean back until you feel that your back and your legs are in a zigzag position, from the shoulder to the hip, from the hip to the knee, from the knee to the feet. Keep your feet on the mat to start off, so don't pull your front of your toes up. And then we're just going to lift one leg up and then drop. We're doing it all with our hands. We lift the second leg up. Thank you. Get used to seeing you doing this now. And lift the first one up. Don't come into an arch into your upper back. Keep your back at that 45 angle if you can. I can see mine's kind of arched a little bit. And then lift up and drop. Last one, lift up and drop. Slide the hands to the backs of the legs. Lift the first one up, pull your shoulder down and stay there. Now, if you want to do swapping from side to side, do. If you're okay, bring the other one up. Now, the shoulders come down, the chest opens, the chin is ever so slightly down. Don't look up at your ceiling. If your head's happy, neutral, then just keep it there. But if you're tempted to kind of start to take your gaze upwards, keep the chin down. Release one hand, this is all optional, from behind the leg, and take it back. Release the other hand, one side might feel easier than the other, I don't know why, but it does. And then take it back. Take the first hand forward, second hand forward, all optional for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. You okay, Julie? Take the hands back, drop yourself down, thank you. Bring yourself back up and hold on. So I can only see your head now, Julie. Actually, that's nice for me. And holding. And then bring yourself back up. Well done. Okay, on to our first Pilates. We are going to do a C curve, which I've been telling you not to do for the last one. So we want to do a C curve, roll back, and then a push forward using our breath. So we take our breath to Pilates breathing, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. You've got 2 options. You can hold on to your knees while you do it and come into your C curve and bring yourself up, or you can take your hands forward, come into your C curve and push yourself forward. So let me just show you that again, because we've not done this for ages. You can do a C curve by support. So you hold on to the front of your legs, you take a breath in. As you exhale through the nose, the shoulders come forward, the head, the chin comes forward. We hollow out our abdominals, and then as we breathe in, we bring ourselves up to starting. Second level, arms come forward, we take a breath in. We exhale, we go into our seeker, pulling your tummy in, and inhale, bring yourself up. So we're going to do 10. Take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now this one we used to do lots in the rooms when we were together. It's not been on my radar for a while. I think that was 5, 6, and forward, and 7, pull in, and forward, and 8, pull core, and forward, and 9, nice, and forward, and 10, perfect, and forward, and then we're in our position to just hug onto our legs. You don't need to take your head down, just feel the base of the spine. Stretch. And then our second one, we're going to do a hand pulse. So let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to take our shoulders down. I'm holding onto my knees. I'm coming into a little bit of a seeker. I'm pulling my tummy in towards my spine, bringing my hands forward. You can have just one forward and one on your leg, and pulse. So get yourself into your position that you've decided to do. Remember, you can hold on to one knee with one hand and just pulse with one. And here we go. Take a breath in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Tummy in. Breathe in. Exhale. Last one. Breathe in. This is not level 1. Hold the backs of the legs. Pull yourself back up. Hug under your legs. Walk your bottom toward your heels. And then take yourself down onto your mat. Bring your knees in. Well done, everyone. Roll your head from side to side. So I just, as I say, we did this routine the Monday before I went away. I went away for the end of June, beginning of July. So we're still kind of getting to know it. I've got quite a lot of extras that I can put in over the month. There are 9 classes in July, all on Zoom and Facebook. Apologies, I'm not getting up this month. And then place your feet on the mat. Well done. So if you want to push your cushion between your knees, then you can. If you feel, I've actually worked really hard today, I don't want any extra pressure on my lower back, then I would say leave it out today, because I have done a little bit more with core already before we've come down. But I've got my ball between my knees. I'm just going to do exactly as I did on Monday, but we weren't all here. We're going to do an easy one version, and then we're going to move up a level. You don't need to move up if you don't want to. So we start off with our arms down by the side of our hips. Our feet are hip distance apart, or comfortable with whatever you've got in your knees. If you're using something, if you've not got anything, hip distance apart, please. And take a breath in through the nose. And if you've got something between the knees, I want you to squeeze it as you exhale. The head stays still. And if you've not got anything between the knees as you exhale, I want you to just pull your tummy down, flattening your back on the spot, on the mat. So let's get going. Take a breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Release. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Release. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I don't think I even breathed there when I was talking. Inhale. I left the room for a moment. Exhale. And inhale. We're adding on. Or continue as you are. Take the hands to the head. Tips of the fingers only, or basket behind the back of the head, but be careful you don't pull your head up. Take a breath in, exhale, come up and just hold the cushion of the ball, or come up and squeeze, you decide. And drop. If you've not got anything between your knees, you just come into a regular sit up. Get that core working. If you don't want to lift and lower your head, you can still work the core and your spine strong by bringing your breath into play and just pulling your tummy button down, feeling the spine make an imprint on the mat, and don't lift your head at all. I'm not counting, so we're just going to keep going. Let's do 5 from here. So you know where the ending is. And release. Bring your knees in, give them a hug. Let me look at the time. Oh gosh, longer than I thought. I'm going to take the ball out and the cushion out, only one today. So, this time, I want you to bring your legs into tabletop. Hold them with your knees first. Make sure your arms are straight. And that's going to indicate that your knees are above your hips. And then when you feel they're ready, make sure your knees are touching and your feet are touching, so your legs are working as one. And then bring your arms down. You can bring them all the way out to shoulder height, or kind of have them in a V. Doesn't matter as long as they're comfortable. Take a breath in. As we exhale, we're just going a little bit off center and back. Same side, a little bit off center and back. Same side, a little bit off center and back. So let's breathe in here. Exhale, we're going halfway over and we're holding for 3 and 2 and 1. Bring your legs back. We're doing the same side. Over we go. Hold, but don't hold your breath. For 3 and 2 and 1. Bring them back, and this time take a breath in. Same side for the last time. Roll them all the way over. Take your time to get there. You might not get your knees on the mat. I've got my feet down, but my knees don't completely go over. And holding might be different on the other side. You don't know until you try to do something. And then bring your knees up. But before we do the other side, bring your knees in, give them a hug, and just let your lower back stretch again. And then take the hands on the knees to get them into the right place. The knees are touching, the feet are touching. Last one of the day. We're going to take a breath in. We're just going off center line. Come back in a breath. Exhale, just off center line. Inhale, center. Exhale, just go to a little bit further over than center. And come back. Take a breath in. On the next one, we go over halfway to the floor. And then we hold it for 3 and 2, working waist. And 1, bring yourself back. If this is not for you at the end of the class, back over to halfway over. Those of you that are doing it, if it's not for you, keep your knees held in tight. And then come back. And then last one, we go all the way over. If you weren't doing them, then you can do the one that goes all the way over just to relax. Again, I can get my feet on the floor. I can't get my knees touching the floor anymore. I used to be able to. And holding. And then bring your knees back. Well done. Take the hands onto the knees. Bring them in. Sorry, I didn't realise the time. And circle. 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 I just want to do one bottom stretch because we were doing quite a lot with the base of the spine. So take your feet onto the mat. Cross your right heel over your left knee and bring your left leg in. So I just want to not finish the class without doing this stretch and holding. It's all very well me saying going back and stretching later, but we never do. And then some of us are going to talk. And over we go to the other side and bring your leg in. Well done. Perfect, perfect. We did it. That was a very quick hour. Hopefully it wasn't me, just thought it was quick. And then drop your feet. Let them drop to the end of the mat. If your lower back is sore, please keep them in the bent position. Let your feet flop out. Two options: you can take your hands one on top of each other onto your tummy, or you can bring them down the side of your hips. I want you to feel comfortable. Before we start to breathe, just bring your chin up, look behind us, stretch into the front of the neck. Bring the head back to centre, let the head roll to one side, stretch into your neck and jaw. Bring the head up and take your head to the other side. Thank you. And then bring your head up and close your eyes. Let your breath be either nose, nose or nose, mouth again. All the decisions up to you today. And then once you get the feeling of your breath, try to lengthen each inner breath and try to exhale a little bit slower. So as you breathe in, you feel your ribs expand, and as you let that breath escape, you feel the ribs contract. Focus on that and only that. As you listen to the sound of your breath, allow the palms to soften. Feel the feet flop out. Feel the back of the head heavy on your mat and the front of your face soft and relaxed. Enjoy another few breaths. As you just do a little body scan from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, just to feel how your body is at the end of the hour compared to the beginning. And then slide your feet back into the middle of the mat, bringing one leg in at a time, opening the eyes whenever you feel like it, or keeping them closed to the end. Bring both knees in, hold on to your shins, give yourself a tight hug for the last time, and then let yourself roll onto your side. Thank you, everyone. Monday, Wednesday, tick. So thank you for coming in today if you couldn't do Monday. Give yourself a clap. So as I say, going to keep to this routine with a few tweaks as we go along the way. As I say, there's 9 classes this month, so don't feel quite so bad going away last month. We'll see each other hopefully whenever you can come in. Those of you that are rushing off you go. Oh, I've lost Hills. And those of you that are staying for a chat, please stay. Susie, you are out there. I really hope you managed to do class today. That would make me really happy. I'm going to text you later. Bye-bye, Ruth. Thank you for coming in today. Are you here next week? Brilliant. Bye-bye. Jackie, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Jackie.
Oh, there you go. There we go.
I'm sorry I lost